Hello, I'm Melinda Campbell, Associate Faculty Professor of Philosophy and Art History at National University. As the creator, designer, and developer of ART329 World Art, I'd first like to welcome you to this course that takes a global perspective on the art and art history of regions from around the world. Next, I'd like to introduce you to some features of the course that I have designed especially to enhance your learning and to increase your engagement with the course and with your peers. As you may have noticed on the home page of the course the home page of the entire course, some thumbnail images with little arrow buttons to the left and to the right of the images. If you click on those arrow buttons, you'll see that those images move, and you can scroll through many images of works of art from throughout the regions that we're studying in the course. If you click on one of those thumbnail images, it will open out, it'll zoom out into a full-size image of a work of art, and it will include identifying information about the work of art, artist name, country of origin, date that it was produced, medium used, and so forth. And it will also have a link to the area of the course where that work of art is studied. The scroll bar gallery is meant to be fun and engaging, but it is also designed to be a learning tool. So look through it at the beginning of the course before you've really done any studying at all, and see how many works of art you can identify. Maybe a few, maybe none at all. But by the end of the course, you should be able to identify every single artwork in all of the scroll bar galleries. Yes, there are other scroll bar galleries. If you go to the home page of each learning module, you'll see that there is a separate scroll bar gallery on each of those pages. And those scroll bar galleries contain works of art from the particular regions that are covered in that learning module or unit. And this is also used in the discussion board. Your discussion board assignments in this class have two topics. The first topic will be a formal analysis of a work of art of your choice from the relevant region. And the second topic asks you to write a brief comparison essay. And you will be asked to choose the two works of art that you'll be comparing from the scroll bar gallery on the home page of that particular learning module. So I just want you to be aware of this display tool for images and use it to test your knowledge, slide identification. When you can go through the entire scroll bar in a learning module and identify all the works of art, you know you are ready to move on, take the quiz, do the discussion board, and go to the next unit. Another feature of the course that might be a new kind of assignment to you is the Q&A forum. You know, the discussion board is sort of the mainstay of online classes, and it is the place where students exchange information, they have conversations about course content, and they're supposed to interact there. In order to ensure that interaction, a lot of teachers assign required peer comments in the discussion board. I've used those before, and sometimes they work out okay. An interesting conversation will start, or some good questions will be asked. But for the most part, I've been pretty disappointed, and students have too, with this assignment. It hasn't really been that meaningful. So peer comments are not required in the discussion boards in this class, but they're certainly welcome and encouraged in the discussion board, and it will help your discussion board score if you do choose to comment on your peers' posts. But they're not required. And what I offer instead is the Q&A forum. Here's how it works. The day after the discussion board post for that week or that unit is due, you must post an original question that is related to the content of that learning module. And the question can really be anything you want. It might be something that you found interesting in the reading, and it wasn't really covered enough, or you just want to know more about it, or it might be your reaction to someone's discussion board post, or maybe you were doing some research on the web and found some interesting information that you'd like to share or ask about. So the choice is yours on what question that you ask, and students usually come up with, I've really been astonished with the high quality of questions and insight and intellectual curiosity that students show in this assignment. So it really turns out to be a very meaningful assignment. After you post the question, you have another 24 hours to then go in and answer someone else's question. You don't answer your own question, and you answer, there should only be one answer per question. So you kind of have to keep checking back into the Q&A forum and wait till there's, you know, a significant number of questions so you can choose one that you want to answer. But if you wait too long, someone else might answer it and you missed your chance. So this really keeps you engaged. There's one final part of this assignment that is meant to help you really enhance your critical thinking skills. You will evaluate the question you answer using a very simple rating scale, and you will also evaluate the answer to the question you asked. And these evaluations will be taken into account by the instructor in assigning your score to the Q&A forum. You also have one option left. You have 24 hours, one more day, to respond to the evaluations. Maybe you think that your evaluator was unfair, or the evaluation of your question or your answer, or both. Maybe they were incorrect or missed the point, or maybe a good point was made and you want to answer back and make those changes. So you have this extra day to respond to or rebut the peer evaluations of your question and your answer. So I really think you're going to like this assignment, and my students in the past have really given me good feedback and really enjoy this assignment. It turns out to be really fun. There are two other features of the course that I'd like to tell you about very briefly. The live chats through Class Life Pro and the photo gallery. The live chats are held weekly, and your instructor will probably email you and find out maybe the best time where the most people can make that chat. Usually lasts an hour, hour and a half, and you get extra credit for attending the chat. Now, you only get full extra credit if you actually participate by speaking in the chat, and in order to do that, you'll need a headset or a microphone and speaker set up on your computer. You can still participate in the chat without that equipment, but you'll have to type your comments or questions into the text chat box in the Q&A, in the Class Life Pro forum. If you cannot make the chat, and that's understandable, in an online class, there's no worries, because you can listen to the recorded chat log and hear what you missed. And you can get the extra credit points by simply writing up a brief summary or critique of the chat. The final thing I want to mention is the photo gallery. Right now, the eCollege platform does not allow students to upload their own photos to this content item. But if you send a photo of yourself or some image or representation that you would like to stand for you in the class, it will be uploaded into the photo gallery. And you know, it's really nice to have faces to put with names and written communication. It just makes a big difference. Online students sometimes talk about feeling distant or disconnected from the class. So this photo gallery really helps. Seems like a little thing, but it really does help class bonding along with the live chats. So that's it for now. I wish you good luck in the course. There's lots more information about all of this and many other things in all the content items in the course home. So go ahead and get started, and bon voyage on your virtual tour of art from around the world.